Bookmaker refuses to pay out on stable hands winning £257,000 bet. A story of triumph, trust, and turmoil. On April 19th, 2024, Dylan Phelan, a former amateur jockey turned stable hand, walked into a betting shop with little more than a hunch and a £25 each-way bet. His selections? Two underdog horses from the Declan Quilly yard, Rocky's Diamond and Diamond Nora. Their odds? A staggering 125 to 1 and 80 to 1 respectively. To most, such a bet would seem like a romantic gamble, the kind of flutter that rarely pays off. But this time it did. In a dramatic turn of events that defied belief, both horses surged to victory on that unforgettable afternoon. Phelan's bet, struck with Ladbrokes, was set to return a life-altering £257,000. For a 25-year-old stable hand, this was more than just a win, it was a dream realized. And yet, 1 year later, that dream remains unpaid. Speaking on RT Radio 1, Dylan recounted the surreal experience. I just thought that the horses were turning a corner a bit, personally. They were feeling a bit better. They were overpriced on the day. I thought I would take advantage and take a chance. What followed was the kind of story punters tell in pubs for decades. Rocky's Diamond ran first in the Limerick Maiden Hurdle. Backed by Phelan at 125 to 1, the 5-year-old opened up a 6-length lead and held strong to win by 5 despite the heavy ground. Almost immediately after, attention turned to Ballinrobe where Diamond Nora, an 80 to 1 shot, ran a gutsy race under Kevin Sexton, taking the lead early and holding on for a commanding 3-length victory. The combined odds of both horses winning were over 5,000 to 1 at the time of the bet. Bookmakers slashed the prices significantly just before the races, but Phelan's wager locked in the original long-shot odds. I was on cloud 9, he said. I nearly forgot about the bet, but then it all hit me at once. It's a 1-in-a-million thing that will probably never happen again. But what should have been a moment of financial liberation quickly became a battle. While several bookmakers, Paddy Power, Boyle Sports, and Irish independent bookie Barney O'Hare, paid Phelan out in full, Ladbrokes did not. In a statement to the Racing Post, the betting giant said, "The IHRB is conducting an ongoing investigation into these races, and we are awaiting the outcome before settling bets related to this investigation. When a sporting governing body is investigating the integrity of a sports event on which we have taken notable bets, we will await the outcome of those proceedings before settling bets relating to the matter under investigation." The company maintains that it is acting within its terms and conditions, citing concerns about integrity as the core reason behind the hold-up. The Irish Horse Racing Regulatory Board, IHRB, meanwhile, has not clarified the nature of the investigation, nor has it provided updates or timelines. For Dylan, the silence has been deafening. Speculation has run rampant in racing circles. The fact that Dylan works as a stable hand for the very yard where both winning horses are trained has led some to question the legitimacy of the wins. But there's little to substantiate any wrongdoing. According to Phelan, a sickness bug had previously affected the Quilly yard, suppressing the horse's form. But by the time of the races in question, the animals had recovered, and he believed the odds compilers hadn't yet caught on to their revived potential. He wasn't the only one to see the value. Irish racing journalist Joe Seward noted that multiple on-course bookmakers took sizable bets on both horses. Brian McDonnell, a bookie at Limerick, accepted a €250 each way bet on Rocky's Diamond at 100 to 1 and paid out without hesitation. Phelan's selections weren't plucked from obscurity. They were informed by proximity and instinct, tools used by punters across the world every day. The crux of the issue lies in the implied suggestion of foul play. Ladbrokes has not directly accused Phelan or the Quilly yard of misconduct, but its refusal to settle the bet pending an inquiry signals mistrust. What makes this standoff more difficult is the lack of transparency. The IHRB hasn't outlined what specifically they're investigating. Are they looking into the unusually high odds, into the betting patterns, or the performance improvement of the horses? No one knows, not even Phelan. It's tough trying to figure out the whole thing, he said. It's been mentally draining. It's not easy dealing with it. And therein lies the emotional weight of this story. while £257,000 dangles just out of reach. It's the psychological toll that truly stings. What began as a fairy tale has devolved into a bureaucratic nightmare. Another murky element in the dispute is the potential existence of a maximum payout clause. Some bookmakers cap winnings from certain types of racing at £100,000. If such a clause existed for Dylan's bet, it could explain the delay, or at least provide Ladbrokes with a legitimate reason for reducing the amount owed. Yet, no such claim has been communicated to Dylan, nor has it been confirmed publicly. And therein lies the key frustration: ambiguity. If the maximum payout applies, why not simply pay that amount and resolve the matter? If the races are under genuine suspicion, why are other bookmakers able to settle? The longer Ladbrokes delays, the more pressure mounts from the public, the media, and the betting community. Dylan Phelan's saga transcends a single bet. It shines a light on the precarious relationship between punters and bookmakers. When does risk cross into mistrust? And when does caution begin to feel like exploitation? Bookmakers often preach responsibility, fairness, and transparency. But Phelan's case challenges those ideals. If a firm can unilaterally decide not to honor a legitimate winning bet without clear communication or evidence of wrongdoing, then what confidence can ordinary punters have? It's easy to be skeptical of someone who wins big. After all, we're conditioned to believe that bookies rarely lose. But in this instance, skepticism alone shouldn't be the arbiter of justice. As the days stretch into months and the months into over a year, Dylan Phelan waits. He's waited long enough to see both of his 1-in-a-million horses go on to win again. Rocky's Diamond even claiming a Grade 2 win at Goren Park. That form alone, in retrospect, should suggest the horses were far from flukes. He's waited while other bookmakers settled bets and moved on. He's waited as an entire investigation has loomed over his head, without timeline, without communication, without closure. And he continues to wait, trapped in limbo between the elation of a stunning victory and the cold uncertainty of whether he'll ever see a single penny of it. Dylan Phelan's story is one of belief, perseverance, and painful ambiguity. What should have been a tale of reward for keen insight and gut instinct has become a cautionary tale of corporate evasion and regulatory opacity. In an industry where risk is part of the DNA, this particular bet, though audacious, was valid within the rules and placed in good faith. The burden of proof, if foul play is suspected, should lie with those making the accusation. Until then, one man's dream remains unpaid, and the reputation of a major bookmaker hangs precariously in the balance. Because in the world of betting, trust is the currency, and Ladbrokes is running out of it.